In today's session, we are going to discuss one of the important topics in many programming language, that is storage class, and what are the types of storage class. Always you remember, storage class represent where the value will be stored, where means in which memory the value will be stored, what will be its initial value, what is its lifetime, and what is the visibility, means local or global. Again I am repeating, storage class always represents where the value in the store will store, what will be its initial value, where it has to be accessed locally or globally, or what is its lifetime. When you are writing integer x, we can write auto integer x. While you are writing integer y, you have to write static integer y. While you are writing integer z, you have to write register integer z. Means in the side of beginning of the any data type, you can maintain the storage class. And hence, first of all, storage class will be distinct by these four important terms. You have to easy to remember. Automatic storage class specifier stores in the memory and its default value is garbage, is no value we will be storing. Its value is local, means in which block it is defined, that block will carry that value, and its life cycle is within the function. What is external? Now, external storage class specifier stores the data in memory RAM. The default value is 0. The value is global, means before main function, if you declare any variable, that is known as your global variable, and the value persists till end of the program. Static, the storage location is RAM, the default value is 0, the scope is local, means in which block it will declare, that block will carry its value, means its value will persist till the end of the program, and the value exists within that function block where it is called. Register, its default value is garbage value, store in register. Register is a temporary memory, and its scope is local, and the value persists within the function. It is easy to remember. Again I am repeating, auto external static storage place is a RAM, and the register stores the data in the registers. Automatic and registers default value is garbage, where the external and statics default value is 0. Automatic, static and registers value persist in the local block, where the external persist in the global block. The lifetime, in automatic and register, the lifetime is within the function, whereas in extern till the program terminates, and in the static, in which function block it is defined, the value will be persist among different function block and return the same value in which block it is called. Now we have to clarify one after another with suitable examples. First is automatic. Automatic variable automatically allows the memory at a runtime if no storage class is defined. The default access storage class specifier is automatic. The visibility of the automatic variable is limited to the block in which it is defined. The scope of the automatic variable is limited to the block. The automatic variables are initialized the garbage value by default. The memory is assigned to the automatic variable gets free upon existing the block. When you are terminating from the block, which memory occupied by the automatic storage class specifier automatically deleted. The keyword used for defining automatic variable is auto, A-U-T-O. How you have to write? Suppose I write int A, it is default is auto. Char B is default is auto. Float C, its default is auto. If I access percentile D, percentile C, percentile F, the default value of A, B, C will be carried as garbages. See, it is garbages. If I want to run this program, definitely you will be getting the same result. Suppose I am moving to the online compiler, then what you have to do? Moving to the online compiler, and if you want to run this code, definitely you will be getting garbage values for all automatic storage class specifier initialization. If I want to run this code, move to the it takes time. So let me to discuss all storage class specifier. Until then, I have to run the program one after another. Moves to the specific online editor. Now comes to the static. The static storage class specifier hold the value between the function calls. The static local variable are visible to only the function call or the block where it is defined. The same static variable can be declared many times. It can be assigned at only any one time. Default initial value of static is 0. Otherwise, the value will be null. The visibility of the static is a global variable. Static as a global variable is limited to the file in which it is declared. The keyword used for define static variable is static. If I declare static car, static integer, static float, static car as a string, if I access all those values, the 0000, and for the string values, it must be defining the null because no value is stored. Similarly, if you want to use the register storage class specifier, how you have to use? The variable defined as a register is allocated the memory into the CPU of register. Why the value stored in CPU of register? Because as you know, which variable, which memory is close to the processor, the processing speed will be faster. And hence, instead of taking the value in the memory RAM, if you store the value in the register, the processing speed will be the faster. We cannot dereference the register variable. Dereference means after using, we cannot deallocate it because it automatically deallocated. That is, we cannot use ampersand operator to the register variable. The access time of register variable is faster than automatic variable. The initial default value of register storage class specifier is always garbage. The register keyword is used for the variable which should be stored in the CPU of a register. However, it is the compiler's choice whether or not the variable can be stored in the register. We can store pointer into the register. A register can store the address of a variable. Static variable cannot be stored in the register since we cannot use more than one storage class storage specifier for the same variable. One of the storage specifier you can assign to a particular variable. How you have to define? If I define register integer a, then it will display the garbage value. In some of the occasion in the compiler, it might be default value is 0. We have to run it. Then extern. If no value is stored in external variable, the default value is 0. The external storage class specifier is used before the main function, or you have to access it by the extern keyword. The variable declared as extern are not allocated any memory. It is the only declaration intended to the specify that the variable is declared elsewhere in the program. We can only initialize the external variable globally. That is, we cannot initialize the external variable within any block because once it is defined, then it can be accessed in any function block or any external programs or external files. An external variable can be declared many times but can be initialized at a single once. If a variable is declared as external, then the compiler searches for the variable to be initialized somewhere in the program which may be external or the static. If it is not, the compiler will show the error. Means if you are using external, it must be specified somewhere in the program, otherwise compiler will generate the error. How you have to define? If you define the variable before the main function, by default it is act as the external variable, and if you access that variable, the default value will be shown as 0. If all those storage class specifier we want to run, then what is the process? Moves to the specific online compiler and start running the program. Then you must be getting definitely that type of result. Please wait a while. Then we will be running the program. As compiler gets little bit slower. In today's session, we have clarified the essentiality of all storage class specifier, which include automatic storage class specifier, external storage class specifier, static storage class specifier, and register storage class specifier. In the next class, we are going to discuss some of the important things in C programming language. After few classes, we are going to start a new tool, new programming tool, which will be more essential for your course curriculum. As compiler become little bit slower online, In the next class, we might be running all those programs and visualizing you output as usual. Hence, we do not want to waste any time. Thank you. See you in the next class. Having any comment, please make the comment. If you like it, please like it. And if you have not subscribed previously, kindly subscribe it. Those storage class programs running part, we will be continuing in the next class with some additional thing. Thank you. See you in the next class.